After concluding his working visit to East Asia, Indonesian President Joko Widodo has secured investments from China, Japan, and South Korea worth tens of billions US dollars.
Metro Globe Network's Audrey Widodo has more.
Indonesian President Joko Widodo has been on a non-stop, relentless tour of East Asia to strengthen economic ties and secure investments from China, Japan, and South Korea, worth tens of billions of US dollars. On Tuesday, Indonesian President Joko Widodo landed in Beijing, China, where he met with Chinese President Xi Jinping and Premier Li Keqiang. During President Widodo's bilateral talks with his Chinese counterpart, President Xi Jinping, China has expressed a commitment to increase the import of Indonesian crude palm oil by 1 million tons and has pledged to prioritize imports of Indonesian agricultural products. And then on Wednesday, Indonesian President Joko Widodo landed in Tokyo, Japan, where he met with Japan Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, where he made various efforts to bolster economic ties. President Widodo announced the lifting of all import restrictions on Japanese food products that were imposed in the wake of the Fukushima nuclear disaster in 2011. In addition, Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida announced that Tokyo is loaning 43.6 billion yen or 318.5 million US dollars to fund Indonesian infrastructure projects. And then finally, the next day on Thursday, President Widodo landed in Seoul, South Korea, where he met with South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol and top executives from 10 major South Korean companies. During the bilateral talks, South Korea agreed to support the development of Indonesia's new capital city, Nusantara in East Kalimantan, with a total investment of 6.37 billion US dollars.
Selain itu, kita juga telah memulai kerjasama dalam pengembangan Ibu Kota Baru Nusantara, antara lain kerjasama di bidang pembangunan, sistem penyediaan air minum, dan capacity building di bidang pembangunan smart city.
Indeed, tens of billions of dollars in trade and investment deals were made during President Widodo's seemingly quick 3-day trip. On top of committing to more CPO imports, China also confirmed their commitment to completing the Jakarta-Bandung high-speed railway project that has been overrun by nearly 2 billion US dollars in costs. Meanwhile, according to the Indonesian Minister of Investment, Bahlil Lahadalia, the total investments from Japanese companies into Indonesia is 5.2 billion US dollars. Indonesian Coordinating Minister of Economic Affairs, Erlangga Hartarto, stated that Japanese carmaker Toyota plans to invest 27.1 trillion rupiah, or 1.8 billion US dollars, in Indonesia in the next 5 years to produce electric vehicles. Mitsubishi Motors Corporation pledged to invest 10 trillion rupiah, about 666 million US dollars, in Indonesia over the next 3 years. Sojitz, a vertically integrated trading company, plans to invest a total of 1 billion US dollars to produce methanol in West Papua, Indonesia. Mitsubishi Chemical Corporation promised 156 million US dollars to inject into the polyester film industry in Indonesia. Investments from other Japanese companies such as Denso Corp, Sharp, Inpex, and Kansai Electric Power. South Korean companies in the raw materials industry, such as steel and glass, plan to expand their investment in Indonesia, committing a total of 6.72 billion US dollars. South Korea's largest steel producer, POSCO, and state-controlled steel maker, Krakatau Steel, signed an agreement for an expansion in their cooperation in a deal worth 3.5 billion US dollars, in anticipation for rising demand for steel in the electric vehicle industry. KC Glass and Materials invested 350 million US dollars in Indonesia and broke ground in Batang, Central Java, with a glass manufacturing plant that seeks to employ 1,500 Indonesian workers.